is based on how to effectively use sequence and identity, right?
Yes.
So you have re-scripted your project and implemented sequence and identity. Is that the case?
I sure did,
All right.
yes.
So can you take us through uh, the whole project to this very requirement that we are supposed to implement sequence and identity? If you're all set, you can go ahead.
Okay. So this is the document that was provided to me for my project, and the objective of this project or this assignment was to identify the key entities and how they interact with each other. So I went ahead, read my document, and created my conceptual model, which I will be showing shortly. So this is a brief overview of my document. Whenever you have a chance, you are able to read it. And I will go ahead and show my conceptual model. Okay. So what you see here is my conceptual model. So in this model, I had to identify the entities that actually exist in the required document that I recently just showed as well too, and how they all interact with each other. So I used some symbols to identify the relationship. So in this, you see a rectangle, and the rectangle that you do see here shows what my entities are. And I also use diamond shapes to show the entities and the interaction with each other based on their relationship. So I will be focused on, in my project, I'll be focusing on the patient and on the health programs, so that it's not quite confusing. So I have patient, which is my entity, and I have a diamond shape that shows enrolls. So a patient can enroll in healthcare programs. So the relationship would be the enrollment portion. And then, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And then I proceeded into creating my logical model, which I will be showing next. Okay. So this right here you see is my logical model. So in this model, it adds a little bit more of it adds a level of additional detail to my conceptual model. So I'm building based off what I just showed you, which was my conceptual, into my logical. And in this logical model, it identifies the attributes, which gives a little bit more detail about our entities. So as you can see, I have my patient. This is my patient table. And what you see here listed here are my columns. So these are all the attributes that were provided based on what the requirements that were provided in my document. So it already exists in my required document that I already read through and identified each of these attributes. So I have a patient table here, and in the logical, I went ahead and identified my primary key. So my primary key you see here is my patient ID. I also identified my foreign keys as well too, which I'll also base off or go a little bit more into details about too. I went ahead and identified my attributes on my patient table, which were first name, last name, date of birth, gender, address, phone number, emergency contact, first name, last name, and as well as the phone number. So in this as well too, I went ahead and identified my cardinalities, which are the relationships that are established between each tables as well too. So like I said, I will be focusing on the patient enrollment and the health programs to give a little bit more understanding. So in this physical data model, it also adds an additional level of detail to my already formed logical model. So in this form, I added my constraints, I added defaults, I added check constraints, which I'll also show you as I script it, but this can all be identified in my data dictionary, which I will also be going over as well too. So I went ahead, like I did discuss, constraints were identified, defaults, as well as my attributes, which were just all built in based off my logical model. So this is essentially the blueprint that I'm going to use to create my database that I will be scripting. So